Hi, and welcome to what I hope will be a successful broadcast. I started yesterday twice to do my very first Facebook Live program or broadcast, but my internet broadband was a bit of a disaster. So, cue yet another phone call to my provider, and hopefully this time it's going to work. So, you're very welcome to Hummingbird Learning Centre. And my name is Elaine Sparling. I am the CEO of Hummingbird Learning Centre, and I'm seeing here now my connection is weak. So if it drops, I'm going to apologise, and we'll have to go for number 4 later on today or perhaps tomorrow. So thank you for joining me. I see I have 2 viewers. I don't know what your names are yet, but hopefully when my internet gets a bit better, I will get that information. So my name is Elaine, as I said, and I am the founder and creator of the Hummingbird Learning Method, and I'm based here in Adair in County Limerick in Ireland. And my journey really started, I never really intended ever setting up a learning centre. My job at the time was actually in finance, and I quite enjoyed it. I loved meeting with people. I loved talking through, taking care of them, making sure that the financial plan that we would put together for them was right for them. And in many ways, I enjoyed that. I didn't particularly enjoy an awful lot of the politics around finance, but I absolutely adored working with my clients. And so side by side, then of course, life isn't all about work. So side by side with that, I was doing some volunteer work. So I had just had a baby, and I had another one on the way, and I realised, you know what, a playground would be a really good thing to have in our village. And so I started working on getting a playground in our village. Now, it took a bit of time, and in some ways that was frustrating, but in many ways it was a fabulous learning curve, because if I had gotten a playground when I wanted one at the time, we probably would have had a swing and a slide, and that would have been it. But as life went on and I did more research, I realised the importance of play and the importance of having an all abilities playground, so that people could celebrate their family and their children together, as opposed to having to go to a specialised playground. You were able to bring your entire family together with it. So I had to do a lot of research, and along the way, of course, gathered a lot of people, and things changed, and it became part of a larger project, which is now the Manor Fields in Adair, and we have probably one of the best playgrounds in the country, and it's specifically designed to be an all abilities playground. Every single piece of equipment there has multi-purpose reasons for being there, even though you wouldn't know it. So it's quite a specialised playground, but it doesn't look like one, which is fabulous. So then, coupled with that, I had a cousin who had a horrific accident, a catastrophic injury, and that set us thinking on how disability is actually looked on in this country. And so it kind of worked in tandem with the playground. And then my boys were getting bigger, they were in school, and as like everybody, you would have interaction with teachers, and at different times I could see my kids replicating a lot of things that I did, which was being really bad at spelling. One of our sons was, a bit like me. He'd throw any old letter in the hopes that it would be the right one. And I was like that as a child. I just couldn't spell. Spelling was just horrendous for me. I would spend ages learning spelling, and then I'd go into school in the morning and find I didn't know it. And, my dad used to say, sound it out, Elaine, sound it out. You've got a great ear for music. I don't understand why you can't sound it out, but your sounding it out meant absolutely nothing to me. And then it got to the point where it was, whether I learned my spellings or I didn't learn my spellings, I was going to have the same results. So, why bother? And then, so I was, though, as I went on through my career and everything, I realised that if I just wrote it out, I'd know what it would look like. But I didn't understand at the time that what I was doing was visual spelling. And the funny thing was, I was a speed reader. But in many ways, that doesn't surprise me, because I have an ability to be able to read quickly. And, I don't actually read every single word, because I'm more focused on the meaning rather than every single individual word. And what I've noticed actually with kids at Hummingbird is they put so much emphasis on reading the words that by the time they come to the end of the sentence or the paragraph or the story, they have no idea what they actually read because they were just reading rather than reading for meaning. But I'm kind of going off track. So back to why I set up Hummingbird. One of my kids, was suggested that perhaps we would have him assessed. Now, I didn't feel that he needed an assessment, but, you know, at the same time, we thought, well, I better go and do it because what if? So we went and we put him through an assessment, and, you know, no matter how much I dicky-dooed it up,